And once again, good afternoon and welcome to our coverage of the annual Jack Riley Holiday Tournament here at Fort Lee High School on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Ralph Bednarczyk with you, bringing you the Passaic High Indians taking on the Wayne Valley Indians. Wayne Valley wins the tap. They're in the white-on-white. Passaic in the navy-on-navy with red trim. A backdoor cut and a layup is instantly converted with a beautiful pass from Zach Jrht as he is able to find his teammate there on the backside in Tyler Veal to start the layup. Jrht is a specimen at 6'11" and getting Division I interest from many programs as he is just a junior. Open look at a three for Passaic, and that's out of bounds. Passaic under head coach Paul Pamakala. They're 2-3 on the season. A victory over Fort Lee on Sunday after a Saturday loss against Old Tappan right here, 53-44. Very competitive loss to a good program, Old Tappan. Jrht looks to the high post for Bryce Flower. And it's not just about Jrht. Wayne Valley has terrific size aside from Jrht. They went 17-10 last year, 8-2 at a Big North Independence. As this year, they stand at 3-2 under longtime head coach Joe Leicht. Adam Rabot is able to get that to fall. And for Passaic, under Paul Pamakala, they will have to find a way to box out today when Jrht gets the ball underneath and also come up with better shots as Makai Williams, bit out of control, forced that up. Kyle Betts lobs it up. Jrht put the ball on the floor and is stripped. And before the fast break for Jeremy Urena is started, it's deflected out. Zach Jrht, when he'll get the ball down low, Passaic's plan is to immediately crowd him. And Jrht now 2 years into playing AAU basketball as he has had a meteoric rise in terms of height. That's turned over. Betts to the basket. Offensive foul. Drawn by Jeremy Urena of Passaic. Well done there. Passaic, a Sunday lopsided win over Fort Lee, 63-37. The trap by Wayne Valley, and the pass through the middle is off the hands of Josh Nieves and turned over. Rabot, and then Rabot turns it over. Marvin Torres leaking out, beautiful pass, but the layup couldn't be converted by Liam Marsham. Go to the starters on our next whistle, but Passaic already on the verge of basically beating last year's win total, as that's not a good pass by Tyler Veal. Didn't put enough air under it for Zach Jrht. Last year, Passaic at just 5-18, 2-8 in the Big North Liberty. A floater misses by Makai Williams. Wayne Valley with Bryce Flower. Rabot, good work by Marsham, who goes only about 6 foot. Josh Nieves about 6'2", but Nieves taking it away. Not a good pass inside for Jrht. Lead ahead and around Jrht, Nieves for the layup. Timeout, Wayne Valley. So it's 4-2, and Joe Leicht will take the timeout for the Indians. Wayne Valley entering in. Highlight so far, their lone loss as they are 1-1 here at the tournament, 3-2 overall. They have a loss to Teaneck, 63-61 on Monday before Christmas, December 22nd, where Teaneck is, of course, a typical power in New Jersey, but they had a 2-point lead late in that game. Tyler Veal went for 32 points. Zach Jrht, 16 points, 12 rebounds, 3 block shots. Martinek was able to get some transition baskets. Star Mikel Taylor was tremendous. Taylor had 4 threes. He went for 32 points. But to Wayne Valley coach Joe Leicht, he felt his team proved that they can play up the level of competition against ranked competition in the state of New Jersey. Rabeau against the pressure of Marvin Torres. It's Kyle Betts, Bryce Flower, Adam Rabeau, Tyler Veal, and Zach Durston, the starters. Right-hand jump hook does not go for Veal. And it'll go back to Passaic. Meanwhile, for Passaic, the Indians of Passaic High School, Marvin Torres, Jeremy Orena, Makai Williams, Josh Nieves, and Liam Marcia. Nieves is the tallest starter at 6'2". We'll likely see 6'4" junior Steven Lizardo. Although Lizardo is not with the team today, so I think only Joel Williamson could play, as Passaic here only has 2 players on the bench. So they'll need to really be careful of fouls, as there's a strip and Rabeau with the takeaway. Then Rabeau had it knocked free from behind by Nieves. Good work by Josh Nieves to hustle back. A tough pull-up jumper from an angle for Makai Williams. Ill-advised. So Wayne Valley will see if they can get the ball into Zach Durston. And then when Durston's off the floor, it looks, of course, different. Flower cut off there. Durston rolls to the rim, and that's unguardable. First field goal for Zach Durston. His story, of course, fascinating whenever you hear about a big man. Zach grew 8 inches between 8th and 9th grade. People didn't recognize him when they saw him walking on the street, and then they walked up to him, realizing, okay, that's Zach. Then between 9th and 10th, grew 2 inches, and then between 10th and 11th, grew 1 inch. So they actually had to adjust the roster from saying 6'10" to 6'11" ahead of this year. And most of the local Division I programs, including the Ivies, the Patriots, are all keeping a close eye and have Zach Durston on their lists. Here's Jaheim Robinson, number 4, on for the first time for Passaic. At Passaic trying to take their time. There's a blitz on the double. Good hands by Adam Rabeau, and Durston may have altered that shot. And talking to Paul Palmacala, the most difficult thing when you're facing someone that big on the floor, there's really no chance to practice against that. Lob down low, Durston was held. Josh Nieves will pick up the foul. So you have to make an adjustment in game, and you'd like to take the big away from the basket and make him guard a little bit on the perimeter. Flower for Veal. And Wayne Valley gets back defensively really well. Williams smothered, and that will be a backcourt violation. Again, another great hedge by Tyler Veal with assistance from Bryce Flower. Asking Joe Leicht about his strength this season. Their height, they also have pretty good depth. They'll go 9 deep. But Wayne Valley also has pretty good size at the 4 spots, the 3 spots. They can come in off the bench with Chris Raja, who goes 6'4". Lefty jump hook is off from Durston. As Durston gets hands on it, creates the deflection. Adam Rabeau the other way. Veal in the high post, swarmed. Out stopping, stepping through, missing the shot is Rabeau. Rabeau got it back, and then he's fouled. Rabeau to the foul line. Wayne Valley last year 17-10. And they lost to DePaul Catholic in the Passaic semifinals. As the first one off by Rabeau. And then into the North 1 Group 3 tournament. And they lost to Demarest in the quarterfinals after a very nice first round win over Old Tappan. Just 6-2 Wayne Valley. Wayne Valley, the 9 seed, winning at 8 seeded Old Tappan last year. Then the 9 losing at number 1 Demarest. As a layup, I think for Jaheim Robinson to make it 6-4. As inside the final minute of the first quarter. Offense tough to come by. There really hasn't been much in terms of easy baskets. And the game exclusively played in the half court. Greg Pogorelak on the floor for the first time for Wayne Valley is there on the drive the other way. Makai Williams off the takeaway. And Passaic has tied it at 6. And then Marvin Torres, two-handsy, will commit the personal, team foul number 3. Pogorelak outside to Kyle Betts, entered into Zeal, and Zeal missed a pretty good jump hook. Chance for Passaic to take their first lead. Final seconds, first quarter. Jeremy Orena, he'll fire. And way off. Betts, I'll have a heave, it would count. Betts might have had one more dribble in him. It's 6 apiece, end of the first. Wayne Valley and Passaic. Two teams playing for third place today in our third game on the final day of the Jack Riley Holiday Tournament on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Tied at 6 as we start the second quarter from Fort Lee High School. Passaic with a nice screen and roll. Josh Nieves was open. And that was not off by much. Nice play design coming out of that timeout. Meanwhile, for Wayne Valley, talking to Joe Leicht, told you about his strength. Area of improvement for this team. Can they shoot the ball with a better percentage? They're getting good shots, as we just saw from Tyler Veal. But for them to max out their potential, they simply have to find a way to space the floor better with Durston and Veal. Being able to win matchups in the inside, as there is a 3. Speaking of shooting, Jeremy Urena with the game's first 3. And Passaic leads for the first time. And for the Indians, they're going to get basically a season's worth of open looks because of Durston's ability. That's a floater missed by Greg Pogorelak. as the Passaic High Indians will attack the basket and score. Now with Durston not in the game, Urena the first 5 for the Passaic Indians. And of course, with the center off the court, you've got to attack the rim then. Veal. And Veal has missed a couple of makeable ones. And I'd love to find out and look into the data for Joe Like to ask, is his Wayne Valley team getting to the foul line at a high enough rate as that's turned over by Passaic? My guess is he would tell me no, they are not. As back in is Durston after he got his extended end of quarter break. Rabot. And Rabot draws the blocking foul. He had the smaller Marvin Torres on him. Barely a couple of inches. Rabot appears to have a little bit more strength on the low box. And off the inbound, that's a missed 3 for Betts. Offensive rebound, Rabot. Good extra pass and a delivery for Bryce Flower to convert. First second quarter field goal for Wayne Valley. Now Durston against Makai Williams. So they got him away from the basket. And also here is Alexander Paniagua Aquino for the first time for Passaic. Nieves does not test Durston. Now turning the corner on Durston, who comes up with a block on Williams. Well, Makai Williams thought that he cleared Durston, but then that length just took a step. And nice anticipation for where the ball would be. Then off the steal, and Williams has it knocked out of his hands. Off a second chance, inside Jaheim Robinson, and he is stripped. Flower down into Zeal, and Zeal took it into traffic. Loose ball, Jaheim Robinson bangs to the rim, and Robinson will shoot free throws. Well, I think Passaic wants to run as much as possible when Durston is on the floor. Jaheim Robinson, he is the 6th man for Passaic, off on the first. Passaic did not return an award winner from a year ago. Robinson extends to a 3-point Passaic High School lead. Inside, Veal picks up the whistle, and Veal still trying to find his shot. Both Veal and Zach Durston were first team All Big North Independence Division last year. Missing the second, then trying to save the ball was Jeremy Urena right to Durston, and Durston is fouled. Urena tried to throw it off of a Wayne Valley player, as it bounced high, and it gave Durston basically a path to the basket. So Zach Durston to the free throw line for the first time. Well, Durston's ascension, as always with a young big man, is fascinating to follow. He's got post moves underneath. You can see his coordination. And just 2 years of AAU basketball. He makes 1 of 2. Still a three-point game. Jaheim Robinson about to turn the corner, and he is fouled. And a Wayne Valley foul on Adam Rabot. And 2 missed free throws for Passaic. Entered in for Zeal. Good anticipation by Marsham. Well, Wayne Valley has just turned it over a good amount. That's why they trail here 12-9. And now stepping out of bounds is Jaheim Robinson. And we have a timeout taken, I think, by Wayne Valley. So more on Zach Durston. He plays AAU basketball for the New Jersey Panthers. And you can see that he has the potential also to be a rim runner and is coordinated enough to be able to run the floor at this juncture. And still a year and a half left of high school. Durston going for 16 and 12 to get the double-double in the loss to Teaneck. Teaneck was able to win that game at Wayne Valley. Veal, Durston, nice touch pass, Flower. And that's the shot that has to go down for Wayne Valley. Wayne Valley able to get back in transition. Urena nearly over-dribbled. Got it outside for an open three. That gets stuck for Makai Williams. Everything but the points with 2:57 to play, second quarter. And another Passaic foul. Makai Williams, that's 4 team fouls, so a chance to get into the bonus for Wayne Valley. And let's see if Wayne Valley can force the ball inside. And now an offensive foul called here on the inbound. And Joe Licht very upset. Did not catch the jersey number. That's 3 team fouls, though. A good kick and a wide open three. That's missed for Marsham. Durston got the entry, then delivered it out of the double team well, but Christian Vanzini's shot was contested. Passaic will push, missed layup by Robinson. They kick and get it back outside for Urena. Well, Passaic showing they can play fast, but haven't been able to convert. Veal, and he is fouled in the act of shooting a three. Senior Liam Marsham taking the personal. So Tyler Veal will have 3 free throws. Veal is the team's leading scorer and a very good college prospect too. He can shoot the 3 at 6'4". And I think he is going to have numerous schools interested in him as kind of an undersized forward pick and pop player at the Division III level. He makes the second. Last year, Veal averaged 13 a game. He's up to 5 in this one. He scored 32, as I said, against Teaneck, knocking down 6 threes against the Highwaymen. Wayne Valley back within 1. Nieves, they got Durston away from the basket for a second. And the jump pass by Torres to nobody in particular. The steal for Wayne Valley to try to come up with the lead. Rabot thought about it, then he takes the lane and cannot convert. Rabot got it back, will get a tie-up. And the arrow points the way to Passaic Valley, up to Passaic High School. That pass nearly stolen, and Makai Williams is able to rescue that. We had just a 6-6 opening quarter, just a 6-5 second quarter. I'm not sure who that benefits. I'd say probably Wayne Valley, the lower scoring game. That pass just a little bit behind Jeremy Urena, who might have had a chance to look at the basket. Final 10 seconds of the first half. Passaic does have 5 team fouls, so they like to avoid one to set up free throws. They screen on the backside. Veal missed a good 3. That's a very good look and a good play setup. Veal coming off a 20-point game against Memorial in the victory in the last game. The 3 heave is off, and it is just Passaic High School 12 and Wayne Valley 11 in the Battle of Indians. Passaic Indians lead the Wayne Valley Indians 12-11 only at halftime in the battle for 3rd place of the Jack Riley Holiday Tournament. We're coming back in 10 minutes on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Start of the third quarter, yes, the score is only 12-11 Passaic. Go through the numbers in a second, but there aren't many of them. Jeremy Urena leads Passaic with 7 points, and there is a quick basket. Zach Durston with just his second field goal. So he has 4 for the first team all-league player, and now a travel as Marvin Torres dragged his pivot foot. Well, I think for Joe Leicht, he would like to get the ball inside to the paint a lot more to Zach Durston. They did that immediately. They still have to make some outside shots. That's been a problem all year for Wayne Valley, and that has continued. They get it into Durston again. Left-hand jump hook, missed it, got it back, and scores. So obviously we know what Joe Leicht talked about ad nauseum at halftime to get the ball into Zach Durston, his 6'11" junior, as now a carry is called against Passaic. Meanwhile, for 8th-year coach Paul Pamakala and his assistant Taquan White, along with son Caleb Pamakala there on the bench, with only 7 players, they have to find a way to stay out of foul trouble. Torres and Nieves with 2 each to hang in the game, and then draw Durston out of the basket and attack the rim and not be intimidated and not settle for the jumpers, I think, is what Paul Pamakala talked to his team about. In any event, Wayne Valley has the lead, and they forced a couple of takeaways. Here, a travel and a carry against Passaic. Betts lobs it in. Then Veal misses the shot. Here, nice high-low. Durston, and then had his shot blocked. Veal has 5 to lead the way, as Makai Williams could not convert. And then the pass down low, thrown by Alex Paniagua Aquino, is turned over. Now a steal for the Passaic Indians. Urena. Passaic High does not have their backup size today, like senior Joel Williamson or junior Steven Lizardo. Quick pull-up jumper, decent look for Jaheim Robinson is off. Urena with 7, Nieves with 4, and Jaheim Robinson has a free throw. Wayne Valley now, Veal with 5, and now a travel is called against Kyle Betts of Wayne Valley. Zach Durston is the high man up to 6 for Wayne Valley. And Tyler Veal with 5. Veal has yet to knock down a 3. Championship game will follow between Old Tappan and Randolph right here on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. This is for 3rd place. Paniagua Aquino gets stuck. Urena. And Urena, decent look. Offensive rebound, Nieves. And then Nieves is denied. Well, there's certainly an adjustment to dealing with length, but also an adjustment for taking the ball and the body into the big of the body when taking a shot. That's an adjustment for these Passaic players to take. And easier said than it is done. So the Passaic Indians still looking for their first field goal. Trying to hop his way through is Paniagua Aquino, and he picks up a Wayne Valley whistle. They have not posted yet. Adam Rabot had 2 fouls in the first half for Wayne Valley. Torres and Nieves with 2 apiece for Passaic. Then the pass back, Betts with the deflection. Trying to save the backcourt was Paniagua Aquino. It's turned over. Then Wayne Valley with the shot by Betts. It's off, and then last touched by Durston underneath, out of bounds. Wayne Valley's lead of 3 feels like several possessions the way this one has gone. Makai Williams returns for Passaic. And another Wayne Valley foul, and that is 4 in 3.5 minutes, to the dismay of Coach Joe Leicht. Joe Leicht is in his 21st season at Wayne Valley. And he's approaching 660 career wins. Right-hand jump hook by Durston is off. He got great position. And then a foul, it'll keep it here. This is Leicht's 22nd year at Wayne Valley, passing his previous 21 years before that at Indian Hills. He's a North Jersey basketball legend. Played basketball at Paramus High School, diving to the rim. Bryce Flower on the baseline out of bounds, missed it. Ahead for Passaic, and the Indians here convert. Jaheim Robinson with his first basket. Betts, baseline jumper is off from Veal, and then Durston is fouled. Joe Leicht started coaching in the 1981-82 basketball season at Indian Hills High School. Zach Durston to the free throw line. And he has 7. Of course, dad is tall, but also mom is also very tall too. So they were expecting that he would have some kind of growth spurt, but you never know. Indeed, Zach Durston had that growth spurt between 8th and 9th grade. Sometimes when you hear about outstanding college and NBA basketball bigs, as Durston makes both, and he has 8, it can come a little bit later. Anthony Davis, longtime NBA All-Star when healthy, had a very late growth spurt. Difficult floater by Jeremy Orena. That good contest from Tyler Veal. Betts looked in for Durston. A lot of contact. Called incidental. No whistle. Paniagua Aquino. And a good job by Veal on the back pedal. Durston asking for it. Got the lob. Turns and is fouled. So Durston back to the free throw line. A 1-of-2 trip. And Wayne Valley now with its largest lead at 4. Quick trigger, Marsham. Line drive to 3. And Rabot nearly turned it over. Pass is eventually taken away by Jaheim Robinson. You float a cross-court pass like that, it was there for the taking. And then it leads to the 3 by Jeremy Orena. 10 for Orena, and Passaic is within 1. Then Veal turns it over as he tried to spin back. Nope, they'll keep it here with Wayne Valley. And now the steal. Jaheim Robinson into Durston, changes his shot and still scores. Passaic back in front with a 5-0 run. Durston got position for the lob and is fouled again. Rabeau threw it nicely. Durston already with his third trip to the free throw line of the quarter. And obviously my thoughts that Joe Licht would emphasize getting the ball inside at the half have proven true. And we've seen Durston post up hard, and the guards also look for him. Two misses, though, by Durston at the line. It remains Passaic in front. Trying to capture third place here at the Jack Riley Holiday Tournament. Ralph Bednarczyk with you. I'd like to thank all of our great sponsors that have helped make these broadcasts possible. Including the Fort Lee PBA, Cafaso's Fairway Market, the Finest Construction, Fort Lee Soccer Club, Rusin and Doru Electric, Bridgman Basketball Camps, Fort Lee VFW, Visions Federal Credit Union, it's Greek to Me Restaurant, Connect One Bank, Bergen Black Sox, Senator Builders, UCS Strength and Speed, the Collective Salon, and the Fort Lee Education Association. Thanks to all. Ducking through is Liam Martian. Look for the reverse against Durston, but did not get enough English on it. But then Passaic will rally and win the ball back. Martian, then his pass is deflected by Veal, and then we'll get a loose ball foul against Liam Marsham. That'll be his second, and each team will now 4 team fouls in the quarter. They'll make that 5 team fouls on Passaic. So Kyle Betts will get 2 free throws to try to give Wayne Valley the lead. Durston on the bench here for an extended breather. And replaced by Greg Pogorelak. Pogorelak last year had a good year, was honorable mention all division. And he's trying to get his game going. Wayne Valley has pretty good depth, as Joe Licht said, playing 9 deep. Hasn't had to go that way today, but it doesn't matter if your depth can't make shots. Betts makes 1 of 2 to tie the game at 19. Final 50 seconds of the third quarter in the third place game of this 8-team tournament. Marvin Torres trapped. Torres got out of the trap. Urena on the pull-up. And that will stay with Passaic. On the baseline and out of bounds, contorting his body, Urena, and the foul. Passaic back in front, the foul on Bryce Flower. Nice baseline out of bounds. However, Urena fading away in the free throw could not finish it. Chance to tie or take the lead for Wayne Valley. Turning the corner there, Rabeau. It's out of bounds. This game has only had 1 3, and that was the game's first points. Jeremy Urena 3. That's very difficult to do at any level of basketball. Rabeau throws it off of the Passaic player. And Rabeau tried to throw it off of Robinson. This time Robinson was ready for it. Then his pass was hot potatoed out to Makai Williams. 3 missed by Marvin Torres. And then a Passaic foul. More free throws on the other end for Wayne Valley. And Kyle Betts will shoot 2. Betts ties the game. Final 10 seconds of the third. Marvin Torres for Passaic with 5. With the dribble handoff. Turnaround jumper by Urena. He cannot get it off. And we are tied at 21 at the end of 3 quarters of play. Wayne Valley and Passaic High School in the battle for third place at Fort Lee. Tied at just 21 all. In the battle for third place at the Fort Lee Jack Riley Tournament. Ralph Bednarchik with you. Neither team has had a spurt. This game has been played exclusively in the half court. We haven't seen any kind of transition basketball. Jaheim Robinson fired in for Josh Nieves. Last touch by the help defender Bryce Flower. Neither team, I think, has gambled with pressing each other. And it sets up to be a game that will be decided by execution. Wayne Valley 6'11 junior Zach Durston starts the fourth quarter on the bench, and he'll come in several seconds to get that extended break, and then he'll finish up on the floor. Screen and roll pass deflected, and Greg Pogorelak with a nice steal. Good active hands from him. Then diving on the angle, Kyle Betts with a layup, and Wayne Valley leads again. (23-21) Wayne Valley Indians. Passaic coach Paul Palmacala in his 8th season. Before that, spent 2 years as an assistant at DePaul Catholic in county. As we get a timeout after the scramble, Marvin Torres was able to avoid the jump ball. He does get a timeout. So Paul Palmacala will gather his team. One spurt somewhere to take a lead of 6 points might put each other away. The largest lead of the game has been 5. out of the timeout for Passaic. A nice switch out front by Wayne Valley, and the pass up top by Williams. He threw it right to a Wayne Valley player. Veal. And Wayne Valley can't get anything in transition. Now Veal got good position, and he cannot convert the and one. And if Wayne Valley wins this game, it appears it'll be at the free throw line. Durston has been there 4 different trips. And now Tyler Veal still with just 1 field goal in the game. It is the 3rd game in 4 days for both programs. Playing back-to-back Saturday, Sunday, and now Tuesday. Veal is at 6, and it's a 3-point Wayne Valley lead. Wayne Valley's played pretty solid on-ball defense, but there, as I say that, quick burst from Jrht Robinson is able to connect with Liam Marsham to get a rare, easy basket. First field goal for Marsham. Back to a 1-point game. Inside, and more free throws coming for Wayne Valley as Kyle Betts is fouled. Passaic with 2 fouls just here in the 4th quarter. Wayne Valley with none. Betts with 6. Wayne Valley by 2. Orena tried to pick and slip. Pick and pop, Orena, there it is. Second made 3 of the game. Both belong to Jeremy Orena. He's the high man of the game with 15. Passaic leads again. Rabot changed his shot, and Wayne Valley back in front. So consecutive baskets on both ends. That represents an explosion of this one. Lefty chance from the right side, missed by Orena. Flower, jump pass, Veal. That's off. The tip by Betts is off, but he is fouled. With 3:52 left. Wayne Valley coach Joe Licht, he's going with the smaller lineup. He's kept Zach Durston on the bench here in the 4th quarter. Was expecting to see him after the opening moments of the 4th. Betts missed both, and Passaic grabs the rebound with Robinson. What a pass up ahead, too far though for Marvin Torres. And he is fortunate he throws it off of a Wayne Valley player. Paniagua Aquino, difficult shot. And on the glass is Bryce Flower. It may take only 30 points to win this. Rabot squeezes it through. Adam Rabot somehow got that up around traffic. Urena, another pick and pop, same result. He ties the game at 29. Jeremy Urena with 18 of his 29 team's 29 points. Veal, right hand jump hook right back. Just his second field goal. Nearly a moving screen by Jaheim Robinson. They look for the pick and pop with Urena. Look opposite for Marsham. Again, no shot clock in New Jersey high school basketball. So a critical possession here for Passaic. Trying to get downhill, the shot, and it's a travel called against Marvin Torres. He slipped and slid. He could not keep that pivot foot. It's turned over. So Paul Palmacala of Passaic is going to call a timeout and I think set up some pressure. And how will his team gamble here? Wayne Valley also has the possession arrow. So Paul Palmacala, along with his 9-year-old son Caleb and assistant Taquan White, to talk about how they will strategize here. Passaic also has 3 team fouls, so they have 1 to burn, where they can be very aggressive and then try to pick out a specific free throw, particular player that you're going to force to shoot free throws. Betts goes to the backside. The righty layup is through for Bryce Flower. So Wayne Valley attacked it. They get the layup, 4-point game. Robinson puts it up and in. Circus shot from Jaheim Robinson. 1:10 left. Back to the same scenario. Will Wayne Valley shoot? 55 seconds left. Rabot took it to the basket, did take the shot, but it's out of bounds. I don't think Marvin Torres needed to touch it unless the officials felt that it was partially blocked. Rabot likely not shooting, 38 seconds. Wayne Valley also has the possession arrow. Passaic has a foul to give. Betts, and Betts is fouled with 27.4. So the next one will be the big one to set up 2 automatic free throws. Inbound to Greg Pogorelak, and Pogorelak is fouled. 24.1. Passaic needs at least one miss to keep it a one-possession game. And senior Greg Pogorelak to the free throw line. And the first one off. Now Passaic does not need, even with a make here, to make a three. They can still start the fouling game after if they get a quick two, regardless of trailing by 3. Pogorelak missed both, and a rebound over the back on Bryce Flower. Well, Flower stunned, 23.1, and Passaic will now have a chance to tie or even take the lead. Marvin Torres with 15 seconds. Wayne Valley only one team foul. There's team foul number 2 as Betts with a knockdown. So Wayne Valley can be very aggressive here, and they also have the arrow. Timeout taken by Paul Pamakala of Passaic. And I think that is his final timeout. 33-31, it'll have an exciting finish, but it has been turbulent to get here. 6-6 at the end of one quarter, 12-11 Passaic at halftime, tied at 21 at the end of 3 for third place. Old Tappan and Randolph, both teams 2-0, will play in the championship game of this Jack Riley Holiday Tournament coming up next. You'll be able to watch that one as well as the other games here on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. On demand, as well as from Saturday and Sunday, all those games are available right here to watch. Jeremy Orena with 18 points. He would be the outside shot candidate. And surprised, Wayne Valley is going to keep Zach Durston on the bench here for this defensive possession and not bring him out there to try to challenge or block a shot. Jaheim Robinson with 4. Robinson trying to get to the basket, puts it up, no good. It's tipped out of bounds, going to Wayne Valley anyway, and that's the ball game. Wayne Valley is able to take third place, 33-31 over Passaic. Not much of an opening for Jaheim Robinson, but he turned the corner enough, and his fall away, he got up onto the rim, and that was indicative of what kind of game we've had, where it was a small margin on that shot and the way the game got decided. Wayne Valley with the victory is now 4-2 on the season. Passaic takes the loss, and Passaic is now 2-4. That'll do it. 18 for Jeremy Orena to lead Passaic. He was the high man of the game. Zach Durston with 9 to lead Wayne Valley. 6 for Kyle Betts, 8 for Tyler Veal, 6 for Adam Rabeau in the winning effort for Wayne Valley, who move on into 2026 with a record of 4-2. That'll do it for our entire crew. My name is Ralph Bjornchik saying so long, good night, and goodbye on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel.